A reading from the book of Proverbs. The king's heart is a stream of water in the hand of the Lord. He turns it wherever he wills. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the heart. To do righteousness and justice is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. Haughty eyes and a proud heart, the lamp of the wicked, are sin. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to want. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a fleeting vapor and a snare of death. The soul of the wicked desires evil. His neighbor finds no mercy in his eyes. When a scoffer is punished, the simple becomes wise. When a wise man is instructed, he gains knowledge. The righteous observes the house of the wicked. The wicked are cast down to ruin. He who closes his ear to the cry of the poor will himself cry out and not be heard. The word of the Lord. Guide me, Lord, in the way of your commands. Guide me. Blessed are they whose way is blameless, who walk in the law of the Lord. Make me understand the way of your precepts, and I will meditate on your wondrous deeds. The way of truth I have chosen. I have set your ordinances before me. Give me discernment, that I may observe your law and keep it with all my heart. Lead me in the path of your commands, for in it I delight. And I will keep your law continually, forever and ever. Alleluia, alleluia. Blessed are those who hear the word of God and keep it. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. At that time, his mother and his brethren came to Jesus, but they could not reach him for the crowd. And he was told, your mother and your brethren are standing outside, desiring to see you. But he said to them, my mother and my brethren are those who hear the word of God and do it. The Gospel of the Lord. Reading all of these passages from Proverbs, all I can think of is our current state trying to get money for the repairs in the rectory, at least to finish it off. So if anybody knows where we can find about $30,000, like very quickly, let me know. Or as I always point out, that for those who are watching at home, the contribute button is right next to the watch button. The contrast between diligence and haste in today's reading from the book of Proverbs, or as my brother-in-law, who's an Episcopal priest, always refers to it, the book of slogans, suggests the idea that there has to be an element of patience and perseverance in work if it's going to be crowned with success. And this may be very different from the huge efforts of genius, which astonish the world with spasms of effort, but then sinks back into indifference. The work that is discussed in this passage in Proverbs is a quiet, constant, persistent activity. And we can see this in three ways. The first is patience in business. And that is a direct opposite of the gambler's method. The terrible evil of gambling hasn't been sufficiently weighed, I think. It has awful temptations to get something for nothing. It has a widespread influence, and it has frightful moral results in all classes of society. Because if these evils were duly considered, all who are concerned about the welfare of our country would start up in horror at the sight of a stupendous cause of ruin that's rampant in our midst. The greedy race for wealth makes people reckless. But experience shows that it's also highly dangerous. The solid success in business isn't attained that way. Even when riches aren't acquired, and only a few people can ever win all of the prizes, patience in work is the road of safety and peace. And that means self-denial and hard work and patient waiting, courage under adverse circumstances. And in these respects, the difference between success and failure depends not on chance, but on our character and on our effort. When somebody is in calm earnest, then all of that person's thoughts are fertile and bring forth fruit. Patient work in business, and then there is patient work in learning. There's always a temptation for beginners to seek some sort of shortcut to knowledge, but it's never been found. Genius may be more than an unlimited capacity for hard work, but certainly the highest genius is going to fail if it's covered in laziness. The lives of great people are nearly always lives of hard-working people. Old-fashioned scholarship may appear far less tempting, particularly now with things like information technology and the internet. So old-fashioned scholarship may not appear very tempting. Rather, people will go for a shortcut to popularity. But the notoriety that is won so easily is an empty bubble that just vanishes at a touch. Study, thought, intellectual industry always secures solid and enduring rewards. Patient industry in business, patient industry in learning, and patient industry in the Christian life. The modern temptation is always to snatch at superficial success. An empty popular style and light attractive methods seem to secure results that are denied to more serious and conscientious works. But that kind of a success is worthless. It's a rotten fruit, and it soon ends in shame and bitterness. It's the duty of all who undertake the Christian life to adapt it to the people. It's useless to preach if no one will come to hear. There is no merit in dullness. But St. Paul was too wise to waste his efforts in what he said was beating the air. The main effort has to be serious and persistent and persevering. Because if the seed is sown deeply, it will be slow to show itself, but it will be safely buried in the soil. In evangelization and in the Christian life, patient work and industry always succeed, while more exciting and hasty efforts only end in an ultimate collapse. Pray that this, my sacrifice and yours, may be acceptable to God the Father Almighty. The Lord accepts the sacrifice of my hands, to the praise and glory of his name, for our good and the good of all his holy church. Receive with favor, O Lord, the offerings of your people, that what they profess with devotion and faith may be theirs through these heavenly mysteries, through Christ our Lord. Amen. The Lord be with you. Lift up your hearts. Let us give thanks to the Lord our God. It is truly right and just, our duty and our salvation, always and everywhere to give you thanks, Lord, Holy Father, Almighty and eternal God. For in goodness you created man, and when he was justly condemned, in mercy redeemed him through Christ our Lord. Through him the angels praise your majesty, dominions adore, and powers tremble before you. Heaven and the virtues of heaven and the blessed seraphim worship together with exultation. May our voices, we pray, join with theirs in humble praise as we acclaim. Holy, 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 Lord God of hosts, heaven and earth are full of your glory. Hosanna in the highest. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest. You are indeed holy, O Lord, and from the world's beginning are ceaselessly at work, so that the human race may become holy, just as you yourself are holy. Look, we pray upon your people's offerings, and pour out on them the power of your Spirit, that they may become the body and blood of your beloved Son, Jesus Christ, in whom we too are your sons and daughters. Indeed, though we once were lost and could not approach you, you loved us with the greatest love. For your Son, who alone is just, handed himself over to death, and did not disdain to be nailed for our sake to the wood of the cross. But before his arms were outstretched between heaven and earth, to become the lasting sign of your covenant, he desired to celebrate the Passover with his disciples. As he ate with them, he took bread, and giving you thanks, he said the blessing, broke the bread and gave it to them, saying, "Take this, all of you, and eat it, for this is my body, which will be given up for you." In a similar way, when supper was ended, knowing that he was about to reconcile all things in himself through his blood to be shed on the cross, he took the chalice filled with the fruit of the vine, saying, "Take this, all of you, and drink from it. For this is the chalice of my blood, the blood of the new and eternal covenant, which will be poured out for you and for many, for the forgiveness of sins. Do this in memory of me." The mystery of faith. We proclaim your death, O Lord, and profess your resurrection until you come again. Therefore, as we celebrate the memorial of your Son, Jesus Christ, who is our Passover and our surest peace, we celebrate his death and resurrection from the dead, and looking forward to his blessed coming, we offer you, who are our faithful and merciful God, this sacrificial victim who reconciles to you the human race. Look kindly, most compassionate Father, on those who unite to yourself by the sacrifice of your Son, and grant that by the power of the Holy Spirit, as they partake of this one bread and one chalice, they may be gathered into one body in Christ, who heals every division. Be pleased to keep us always in communion of mind and heart, together with Francis our Pope and Michael our Bishop. Help us to work together for the coming of your kingdom, until the hour when we stand before you, saints among the saints in the halls of heaven, for the Blessed Virgin Mary, Mother of God, the blessed apostles and all the saints, and with our deceased brothers and sisters, whom we humbly commend to your mercy. Then, freed at last from the wound of corruption, and made fully into a new creation, we shall sing to you with gladness the thanksgiving of Christ, who lives for all eternity. Through him, and with him, and in him, O God, Almighty Father, in the unity of the Holy Spirit, all glory and honor is yours, forever and ever. At the Savior's command, and formed by divine teaching, we dare to say, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Deliver us, Lord, we pray, from every evil. Graciously grant peace in our days, that by the help of your mercy we may be always free from sin and safe from all distress, as we await the blessed hope and the coming of our Savior, Jesus Christ. Lord Jesus Christ, who said to your apostles, "Peace I leave you, my peace I give you," look not on our sins, but on the faith of your church, and graciously grant her peace and unity in accordance with your will, who live and reign forever and ever. The peace of the Lord be with you always. Lamb of God, behold the Lamb of God. Behold him who takes away the sins of the world. Blessed are those called to the supper